Hi, Mike. Thank you for your time. Last night, Jeff Carter mentioned that when he first arrived from the trade, he wasn't sure what the plan was for him, whether he was going to be playing center or right wing. He spent most of the season with Los Angeles on right wing. When you guys first thought about bringing him in there, was the plan always to put him at center, or was it, open-ended upon his arrival?
Well, our intent was to play him at center and see how that goes, but understanding that he's a real versatile player that we could utilize in so many different ways, whether we put him on the wing and potentially in the top six, depending on certain circumstances, or playing that third line center role that's so vitally important to this team and its success. So, but our intent was to try him at the center ice position. We were intrigued by moving him in the middle. We thought it would make us that much deeper at the center position. He's a natural center. He's played it most of his career. We were well aware of what his strength is there. He's a real good faceoff guy, and he's just a real smart player. So he can play at both ends of the rink. So it helps us with our size, our strength down the middle. It helps us with our depth. But we also understood that nothing's etched in stone, and that he would just give us a lot more versatility throughout our lineup.
Michelle.
Hey, coaches, how would you assess Tanger's game right now? It feels like he's playing some of the best hockey of his career, and just how impressive is that considering, the tough minutes he's been playing for so many years now?
Yeah, Tanger's playing great hockey for us. He's such a good two-way defenseman. He defends hard. He's hard to play against by nature of his mobility, his playmaking ability. He's dynamic offensively. So we utilize him in so many key situations. He logs a lot of minutes for us. He plays the game with a lot of courage, and he's a big part of this team. So I can't say enough for how well he's playing right now for us.
Mike.
Mike, the word resilience has been used so much when talking about this team. I'm curious, as a coach, how do you coach something like that feels like an intangible, or is it just something the team has or it doesn't have, and how do you handle something like that?
No, it's certainly something that we're trying to foster and develop, and I think every group has a certain extent of that attribute, depending on what your personnel group looks like and the makeup of your team. But that's something as a coaching staff we believe in it and the importance of it in order to have success in this league and win in the playoffs, which it is a requirement in our opinion. So it's something that as a coaching staff we talk about from day one of training camp. We try to encourage it, develop it, foster it in every way and every opportunity that we get. We're speaking towards it just because we think it's that important to instilling that in the identity of the team.
Three more. Jim Colony.
Yeah, Mike, obviously you're happy with the win and happy with the series lead, but maybe what are some of the things you did not like about last night's game, things you guys need to clean up going into game 4?
Well, we can always get better. I've said this on a number of occasions. We don't ever arrive. There's always going to be circumstances where we can improve and get better. And the reality is when you're in the playoffs, you're playing the best teams in the league, and they have good players on their team as well, and they're trying to win also. So there's going to be times when you don't have momentum or things don't go your way. There's going to be times where we're on our toes and we do have momentum and things do go our way. And what we talk a lot about is just the details of playing the game that we're trying to play. Could we come out better at certain points of the game and on our breakouts? Could we execute better in certain areas of the rink? Could our decision making with the puck improve at certain times in the game? We talk a lot about situational play, understanding situations in the game and making the right decisions. So these are all aspects of the game that we're trying to learn through each experience. We have these discussions with our players. We show them the video that backs up what the coaching staff's interpretation of the game was, and where the learning moment is, or where the learning opportunity is, so that we can apply it to that next game. So there were times in the game we really liked our game. There are other aspects where we know we can improve and get better. We're going to try to do that for game 4.
Last question, Seth.
Mike, the sequence last night where John Marino lost his helmet and you guys were trying to scramble, I think, to get Cody Cece on the ice. New York ultimately scored on that sequence. John certainly didn't seem happy with how things went down. Do you have any opinion on how that rule is implemented? And how does that work? Does the referee or linesman tell the player to get off the ice, or is he expected to know to get off the ice in that type of sequence?
No, it's more the player needs to, the responsibilities on the player to get off the ice or put his helmet back on. We're actually asking for a little bit more clarity in that circumstance because it's our understanding that John can stay in the battle there. Obviously, we get outnumbered because of it. So we're actually asking for clarity on that from the league, because it's my understanding that he can stay in that battle and look for the opportune time to get to the bench. But that was just a circumstance that occurred in the game. And hopefully we can avoid those moving forward. But part of it is just getting clarification from the league.